There's something special about Eliot. It's waterfront. Farms. Business and arts communities. It's people. And in the center of it all, its library. The anchor, the center of the town, the one constant in a constantly changing environment. How fortunate that Dr. John S.H. Fogg left such a legacy, lovingly built by local hands more than 100 years ago. This community, where time appears to move like a gentle breeze off the Piscataqua, where people try to keep what was, balanced with change, good values, Eliot values. But here's the thing. As the community grows, so grows the library, and that's where you come in.
Hi, I'm Lydia Goodwin. The purpose of this video is threefold: to proudly showcase our community, to illustrate the importance and the relevance of the William Fogg Library within the community, and to explain the need for the library to expand, and to remain the viable and reliable resource Eliot expects. Here's what some of our friends had to say.
What role does the library play in the town and in your life?
The library to me is the heartbeat of the town. Growing up, reading was such a huge part of our lives, and we always had books in our hands. And so I've always just loved, I've been my most comfortable when I'm in a library.
The library in the town is very, very important.
Fogg Library is a centerpiece. It's a beautiful building, beautiful inside. Everybody should take a little bit of time and go to visit it.
I've been here my whole life. The library has been here my whole life.
The Eliot Library is a de facto community center, and we're looking forward to when they expand and that can really be utilized much more efficiently.
Right. What do you love about the library?
I am a book lover, so I always have to have at least one book going at a time, and they have a fairly good selection. I think probably, I'm glad that they're going to have an expansion because they don't have room to continue to keep all the books that I might like from the past. But they're always willing to get them from another library for me.
When you walk into the Fogg Library, the people know you, and they smile, and they can relate a story to you about what you've been doing or something you might be interested in. They know your interests, and they can recommend them to you. And it is a very historic setting in town, and it's just a friendly place.
The library is kind of a touchstone for a lot of people in the community, and I know it is for me and for Nidra here. So we probably visit the library more than we visit almost anything else in town.
I'm an avid reader, so I usually get a couple of books out a week, and love the library, love the people that work there. It's been a true pleasure for me.
I have to say, they're very open to new ideas.
I love that they know me when I go in there. And everybody is very friendly and helpful. If you can't find things or you want to hold something for later, they're always really great with the children.
The library in my life has provided me with an area that I can send people to as far as students, because we have a lot of young people that begin to learn to ride here, and they want to read more on what about horses, what about riding, what about driving with a carriage. It's a great place to send students there because most of the people live local.
My platform, my soapbox I like to get on is that a lot of people think libraries are outdated these days, but I disagree with that completely. I think they provide such a service, an educational service to the town. It still fills that hole. Even if people aren't using print books, there's so much electronic media available for folks to use. The computers, laptops, tablets, the free Wi-Fi access is really important, I think. And of course, especially with our kids having to learn from home these days with the COVID event, we've learned that it's even more important because of that. That it's one of those places that's going to still be here and still providing a service, even though it may not be print books like it used to be back when it was first opened in 1906 or whatever. But we still need it today, I believe, very much so.
Why is it a benefit to the community to expand the library?
Well, the community center area that is being proposed for the library could be utilized in so many ways. Right now, there's a group of women I see every once in a while when I pop in. They're there doing their stitching and, really enjoying one another. There could be areas for people that have similar interests to gather together.
I mean, I think it's important for the library to be able to grow and expand its space because people, it's kind of like not one-stop shopping, but, people like to go somewhere and be able to do a whole host of things. And the idea that the library could be that library, meeting space, going on the internet, all things that you could do that you would want to do in a day or in your life in the town, in a small town, but yet still feel like you weren't maybe in a small town and you had all the amenities of a big town library would be fantastic.
That idea that there are places for us to meet, places for our groups to go, and be able to have a space that is accessible and inviting to all of us, and we don't have that here in Eliot, and we need it.
We need your support to continue Dr. Fogg's legacy and to keep this library strong as a resource and community center, and as so many have said, to continue to be the heart of Eliot.
The library serves as a community space where, other towns have a facility that's appropriate for gatherings and such, and Eliot doesn't have that. So the William Fogg Library has sort of become that space, and it can't always accommodate the number of people that we would like for it to accommodate. So when we had an opportunity last year to support them in their capital campaign, it was sort of a slam dunk decision for our senior executives. So we were able to provide a $75,000 grant to help the library expand and build on additional facilities. So for us, that was a real feel-good moment, knowing that we were really helping a worthwhile organization to support a thriving community. I'm happy to be a spokesperson for Kennebunk today to sort of advocate for the library. I think, it is a unique and different way for a town to sort of bring its people together.
So if there was one word or phrase to describe the Fogg Library, what would it be?
An intricate part of the town of Eliot.
One of the two most important buildings in our community.
Home away from home?
It is the center of the town.
A haven.
Essential to my being.
My community.
Eliot.
An icon.
My love.
It's an absolute necessity.
That's the lifeblood of the community, I believe, is a place to gather, a place to learn, a place to share. It's a real community center, and that's what our towns need, is a community to gather around, and I believe this is the place.
Ask how you can help the library. Do it now.